Good evening, Richmond County, and welcome to another edition of the RO Sports Show, brought to you by ROYellow.com, Richmond County's new online business directory. Well, folks, the NCHSAA 4AA playoffs are in full swing. Now, Richmond had the bye week coming in as the number one seed in the West bracket, so the Green and Gold got to enjoy their Friday night without the pressure of making it to the second round. Raider Nation's eyes, however, were on the two teams that could be their next opponent. That was between the number 8 Huff Huskies and the number 9 Olympic Trojans. Huff would shut out the Trojans, securing a meeting with the Raiders this Friday in Rockingham. Due to having the number one seed in the West bracket, Richmond has home field advantage throughout the playoffs. The meeting between Richmond and Huff will mark the first time the two programs have met on the football field, including the regular season or postseason. Huff finished the regular season second in the IMEC conference with a 6-1 record. On the road this season, the Huskies have a 3-2 record, being Mooresville, North Mecklenburg, and Providence. With the bye week they received following a perfect 11-0 regular season, the Raiders will be advancing to the 35th second round playoff game in the program's 47-year history. Richmond has made the playoffs in 42 of those 47 years. It will also be the Raiders' 119th all-time playoff game, as they've posted an 85-33 record in the postseason. A win over Huff would make it Richmond's first 12-win season since 2010. Some other notable games happening inside the playoff bracket we would like to mention. We'll start off with the west side of the bracket of the 4AA. Number 5 Ardrey Kell got the job done against number 12 Independence. The Knights rolled on to a 25-17 victory over the Patriots. They advanced to the second round, where they will take on number 4 Myers Park. The winner of that game will play the winner of Richmond and Huff. Moving further down the west side, SAC team Pinecrest, who took the number 6 seed, fell to number 11 Ronald Reagan 26-9. The Reagan Raiders will travel to number 3 West Forsyth this Friday night. Over in Matthews, the number 7 Butler Bulldogs faced number 10 Vance. Butler could not get a point on their turf as the visiting Cougars shut them out 21-0. Looking to get it done on the road once more, they'll travel 10 minutes through Charlotte to face number 2 Mallard Creek. Talking about the upcoming games for the East bracket, number 1 Wake Forest is set to host number 8 Rollsville, who rolled past number 9 Panther Creek 47-7. Number 4 Hoggard will have the pleasure of playing host to number 12 Apex Friendship, who defeated number 5 Green Hope in a low-scoring game 9-6. Number 6 Gardner Magnet had to play in their first round, but they will get a round 2 as a bye. This is due to Holly Springs being removed from the state playoffs when it was learned that they had an ineligible player in competition, so it will be an easy week for the Trojans after defeating number 11 Wakefield in the first round. Another SAC team made the 4AA playoffs. That would be the number 7 Hoke County Bucks. The Rayford-based school got the win over number 10 Millbrook to secure a spot in the second round. They will face number 2 Leesville Road up in Raleigh. Capacity crowds are expected for Friday's second round playoff game, and Richmond's football program has announced via social media that pre-sale tickets are now available. Because it is the playoffs and per the NCHSAA, tickets are now $8 a piece. No booster passes will be accepted at the gate. Reserved seat holders will still be able to access their seats, but they must buy a ticket for entrance to the game. Tickets can be purchased at Richmond Senior's front office. Other places around Richmond County that have them for sale are Family Pharmacy and Medical Center Pharmacy in Rockingham. LRB Pharmacy also has them, and Mabry's Drug and Home Care in Hamlet also have a few as well. Hold on, we're having some problems here with the lightings. That's because Friday's game is also a blackout for interested fans, per the Richmond Senior High School Student Senate Twitter page. Fans are encouraged to wear black apparel to support the Raiders. Tickets will also be sold at the gate if seats are still available. If you're feeling a little bit cold and want to get warmed up for the game, the Raider football team and the school's administration are teaming up to host a community bonfire pep rally ahead of the playoffs. That is happening right now, so you better head on out to the parking lot next to the softball field on Richmond's campus if you're looking to get into the spirit of Raider football. The game is set to kick off under the lights at Raider Stadium at 7:30 p.m. this Friday night. While football remains as the only fall sport still running, the winter sports season has just begun and continues tonight. From the opening tip-off of Tuesday's first game of the year, the Richmond boys basketball team controlled the tempo against Anson High School. Behind a powerful performance from three players who all reached double digits in the scoring column, the Raiders breezed their way past the Bearcats for a 73-29 victory in front of a full Raider gymnasium. The 44-point win marked the first time in head coach Donald Pettigrew's 3 seasons that the Raiders have begun the year with a win. And it was also the first time since 2016. It was also Pettigrew's largest margin of victory during his tenure. Junior forward Nige Stroman netted a game-high 18 points. Other Raiders that hit double digits in their season debut were juniors P.J. McLaughlin and Dylan Lewis. Sophomores Jalen David and Deshaun Watson each chipped in 9 points. Anson would jump out to a 6-0 lead in the game's opening minutes, but the 2-possession lead wouldn't last long. A Lewis free throw at the 4:59 mark started a 21-4 run by the Raiders to close the opening quarter. 20 more points in the second quarter would open up the game for the Raiders. The Raiders will look to complete the regular season sweep of the Bearcats when they travel to Waynesboro tonight. Tip-off is set for around 8 p.m. On the girls' side of the court, the team was led by a career-high 20 points from junior point guard Jayla McDougald to get the win over Anson. The Lady Raiders led nearly the entire game and rolled to a 56-26 win. It marked the second time in as many seasons under head coach Teddy Mosley that Richmond won its first game of the season. The 30-point victory was also the second best in Mosley's tenure, just 5 points less than last season's 53-18 win over Southern Lee. The 3-point play by McDougald with a bucket and a made free-throw attempt in the opening frame put the Lady Raiders ahead 12-9. From that point forward, Richmond never trailed the Lady Bearcats. Mosley and the Lady Raiders will join the boys teams tonight, traveling to Anson to complete the home series. Action will get underway around 6:30 p.m. for them. 2 more varsity programs have or will also start this week as the Raider boys and girls bowling teams travel to Lumberton Bowling Center to open SAC play. In its 3rd season and second under head coach Ralph Butler, the Richmond bowling programs hit the lanes today around 4 p.m. Those games are still in session, but you can, of course, find out how the green and gold fared on richmondobserver.com. Earl Nicholson and the Raider varsity and JV wrestling teams will host the Richmond County Duels on Saturday in the high school's gymnasium. The first of nearly 20 events on the schedule for Richmond. Matches will begin at 9 a.m. There are several veteran wrestlers returning to the mat this season. Among them are seniors Joey Nicholson and Austin Gallops. Gallops was named to the All-SAC team last year and is the reigning SAC champion in his weight class. Having to wait a couple of weeks to open their respective seasons will be the 2 swimming teams and the girls' indoor track team. The swimming program enters its 3rd season under the direction of head coach Mike Way, and swimmers will hit the pool for the first time on December 11th at St. Andrews University. Head coach Reggie Miller and the indoor track team will compete in the Southview Polar Bear meet at Reed Ross High School on December 14th. And that's going to do it for the RO Sports Show. Of course, for the latest updates on every sport in Richmond County, you can head on over to richmondobserver.com. You can also follow the Ross Facebook page for your weekly wrap up. You can also find some exclusive RO Sports content on all social media platforms. In the meantime, I'm Russell Parker. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on the RO Sports Show. Have a great week.